Well, alright everyone, we finally got our hands on the brand new GameCube and Nintendo Switch 2 controller, which they revitalized, again, only for the Switch 2. So we're going to unbox this and talk about exactly what you need to know. So first and foremost, this will be a Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive, so this does not work with any other old Nintendos, whether it is the Nintendo OLED or the original Nintendo. Secondly, you need to be a Nintendo Switch Online user. So if you do not have a Nintendo Switch Online membership, you will not be able to purchase this. And then lastly, once you are an online member, you will have the ability to purchase this, and it's only a limit of one per person or one per account, and it'll cost you $65 or $64.99. And as you can see, it's almost like a display case, because this is like a hard plastic that you have right here. So it's kind of funny to kind of think about. And this was purpose-built to be used alongside the new GameCube emulator, or the ability to use GameCube games through the Nintendo Switch Online store on your Switch 2. And what you get in the packaging is just the GameCube controller itself, and we'll look at the anatomy of that in a second. And then you also get a nice USB-A to USB-C cable to charge it up, as well as connect it to your device. Now, in terms of what you get with the GameCube controller, you get pretty much an identical GameCube controller that you've had in the past. You get a USB-C port up top, you get a home button up top, you also get the chat room button up here, as you can see, and then you have everything else that's very familiar. You have your ZL and your ZR, you have your two back buttons right here, you have your connect button, you have this select button as well, your start pause, this joystick, the C joystick, your different buttons, as well as your actual D-pad. And from a feel standpoint, it feels exactly the same as the old GameCube controller, a little bit more lightweight than a Pro controller, and you know, for lack of a better term, a little bit more plasticky feeling and a little bit more hollow, but I think that was done on purpose, so it does feel like a traditional GameCube controller. The Pro controller for the Switch 2 does feel a little bit more dense, a little bit more robust, a little bit more professional, but again, that's an $80 controller and it's meant to be used by pro gamers, versus this one, again, is mostly for nostalgic purposes. I think, in my opinion, as you can see from the casing itself, it almost feels like it needs to stay in that casing. But that is a Nintendo GameCube Switch 2 unboxing. Again, it's a Switch 2 exclusive, unfortunately, $64.99, and you need to be a Nintendo Switch Online member in order to actually pick one up. Let me know if you guys are going to get one. And that's why this